Hello and welcome everybody back to the channel again. This is Thomas from Unlucky Gaming, bringing you more Raiders franchise. Last time we took a heartbreaking loss in the playoffs, just absolutely heartbreaking. It was so upsetting. I absolutely hate that we lost from a fucking strip sack that the player we traded for let up. That absolutely sucked. But this time we're going to go ahead and tackle the offseason. I've had a lot of time to think about this, as in, I think, almost 2 weeks of really thinking about what I'm going to take and what my strategy is going to be. I have a bunch of stuff written down on a notebook. Obviously, it's going to be dependent on free agency, but I think I'm ready to just jump right into it. I'm obviously stream this, so you guys are gonna see a more abbreviated version than what the people on Twitch saw, but everything important will be shown. So I will go ahead and cut over to the stream. Jumping in to the re-sign players period, after thinking about it a little bit, I think I am going to I think I'm going to bring some of these players back. After thinking about it, I want to look through all of these. Deron Harmon, definitely not. Will Fuller, no. T.Y. Hilton, no. Foster Moreau. I don't really know what his impact was. Am I able to see his player card? Foster Moreau, I think I'm going to bring back. Or at least I'm going to try and bring back. I want to give him a 2-year deal and see if he comes back. Perfect. Mac Hollins. No. Sidney Jones, baby. No. Definitely not. No. Definitely fuck that guy. No. Yeah, so I guess I only really wanted to bring back Moreau. But this is what's kind of big for me. Mock Draft 3. I'm surprised they have CJ Stroud going first and Bryce Young falling to 4. This is kind of expected for me. This is not a deal, because this is kind of who I'm thinking I want to trade up for. Oh my god, some of these. Okay, I think scrolling through this, I'm learning that I'm almost definitely going to be trading up. Well, that's interesting, but I guess instead of looking at the mock draft, kind of put together a big board that I think we should cover. In terms of QBs, the ones that I like, obviously Bryce Young and Will Levis are two players that would be interesting to draft. But if I were to draft a QB, it would be Anthony Richardson, or maybe Spencer Rattler if he falls. Just because Spencer Rattler is kind of what I envision as a Raider. He's kind of got that like bit of dickhead in him. So I just think he'd be a good fit as a Raider. Not really focusing on any of the running backs, fullbacks. Interested in 2 wide receivers. Quentin Johnston and Ronnie Bell are definitely the 2 that are the most interesting to me. I feel like Ronnie Bell is a pretty complete wide receiver. I'm gonna use one of my private workouts on him, I think. Tight end, there's obviously Michael Mayer. I think I'd rather just scroll through this. No. Obviously I've been saying it all year. I think Paris Johnson's probably the top offensive lineman that I want. These 2 left guards, Cooper Beebe and Osiris Torrance, look good to me. Patterson, Stromberg, and Avila all look pretty good in terms of centers. Robinson and Barrington look solid. Zion Nelson and Broderick Jones look good. Not really looking at any defensive ends. If I were to draft Brian Brzee, I'd move him into defensive tackle, and JMU Ojulari actually does look pretty intriguing to me. Defensive tackle, Jalen Carter's the only one I'm interested in. Trenton Simpson, Noah Sewell, Henry To'oTo'o, Will Anderson Jr., and Nolan Smith were my linebackers. I don't think Will Anderson's going to get drafted to this team. I'd have to trade up quite a bit to get that. Sammy Rakili Ringo, really the only corner that I felt was worthy putting on my board. Free safety, Jordan Battle. He's another one I'm kind of big on for my first round pick. And then I have 3 strong safeties that I could be interested in taking as well. Don't need a kicker or punter, as we signed AJ Cole and Daniel Carlson to 3-year, $18 million deals last offseason. We can go ahead and view the retirements. Really only going to be looking for big names. Mark Ingram. Oh no, Carlos Dunlap retires. Same with Brandon Bolden. I'm absolutely heartbroken by that. I'm just going to start from the... Holy fuck, there was a lot of people that retired. Pete Carroll, Mike Daniels, AP. I didn't even know Adrian Peterson was in this game. Jimmy Graham was still in the league? What the hell? That one actually threw me for a loop. Deshaun Jackson retires, Bruce Irvin, Latavius Murray, Danny Trevathan, Ndamukong Suh, AJ Green, Kareem Jackson, Tom Brady retires, so the Bucks will probably go QB in this draft. Ryan Bulaga, Jason Peters. Brandon Graham isn't that old, is he? He's only in like his 30s, I thought. Like early 30s. Kyle Long makes sense. Fuck Eric Harris. Everson Griffin, probably known for his reaction to the Minneapolis Miracle. Aaron Rodgers retires after year 1? What the hell? Devin McCourty makes sense. Yeah, that's all the first wave of retirements. We re-signed everybody that we wanted, so let's jump into off-season free agency week 1. Combine results. These don't really matter. These just kind of help you solidify what you wanted to know. And for this helps me find out a little bit more about Ronnie Bell. He just kind of looks like he's definitely a receiver that you have to develop. But he just like, I don't know, to me he just looks like a C to D wide receiver with like high B upside. Maybe even A upside if we can really develop him. I don't really think I'll look at everything once the Pro Day stuff comes out. Were there any more retirements? Dwayne Brown and Cody Davis. Well, I know Dwayne Brown because of some podcast or something. But we get to sign free agents. Oh god, this class already kind of looks like it sucks. I mean, the key free agent is Jordan Poyer. I was not expecting this. But we'll go ahead and go through by position. Garoppolo, Geno Smith is... I don't know. I guess I thought he would have been higher overall since the NFL's kind of been sucking him off. James Robinson, no interest in coming to us. I'm not really interested in bringing in a running back. Fullback, I could definitely be interested in. Party Blasing game. Definitely could be somebody we bring in. It'd be kind of funny if the guy that went to the Dolphins, Alec Ingold, was on here. What are the ages? I kind of want a young fullback. I think if I were to take a fullback, I'd want him to be on the team for a while. That's where a guy like Ben Mason might be nice. Wide receiver. Oh my god, this list is horrible. Jesus. Isaiah McKenzie, Marvin Jones. Oh, Jesus. Juju's... Yeah, why? I never knew he was that slow. Well, I'm not really interested in picking up a 30-year-old wide receiver. Oh, God. A tight end, Dalton Schultz, Mo Alley Cox are interested in us. Juwan Johnson's probably the one I'm the most interested in. But we just brought back Foster Moreau. We still have Waller for however long we have Waller for, so we'll go and pass on that. Offensive, Orlando Brown is a free agent, but he's 27. Ooh. This is an ugly free agency class. Eric Flowers is interested in us. Elijah Wilkinson. Bradley Bozeman, I thought he would have had at least star dev. Right guard. Will Hernandez is interested in us. I miss the old Maddens where they just give him star dev or like a good dev trait just for whatever reason, even though he's never really been that good. Oh lord. Nate Davis, maybe. I'd be interested in bringing in Nate Davis, but he has no interest in us. He's not a scheme fit, and Las Vegas is definitely nowhere close to Virginia. Right tackle? Oh my god. This is actually horrible. What the hell? These free agents suck. Oh my god. There's no left ends here that I'd be interested in. Defensive tackle is something we might actually just sign anyway. Just because we kind of need one. Oh my. I'm actually shocked. Marcus Davenport. Now that's intriguing. Very interested in us. Samson Abucom. I hate that like nobody. This is the first player that's really stood out to me that I would want. Sione Takitaki's 27 now. Oh my god. Deion Jones is a free agent. That's actually going to be the first one I offer. This is actually not a terrible. I think this is going to be the first player I sign. You know what? I'd rather do a 3-year that many year-long deal. Yeah, but Deion Jones is definitely the first guy that's really stood out to me. Actually, who was that guy who was just hovered over? Alexander Johnson? Nicole Holcomb? Maybe not. There's a right outside linebacker. Arden Key plays defensive end. I don't run a 3-4. I kind of want to see Diablo there, so that's fine. Corner. Holy shit. I was thinking about potentially trying to get a boundary here. William Jackson would be nice, but he has no interest. Patrick Peterson. Jason Verrett. Oh, man. Jason Verrett? That would definitely be my slot corner. I'm gonna throw an offer to Sean Murphy Bunting. You know what? I'm gonna give him like exactly what he wants. I'm not gonna give him too much more because I don't think he'll be with this team long term, if I'm being honest. But he might be a good plug. Nasir Adderley. That one speaks a little bit of volumes for me. I do like the idea of Nasir Adderley joining this team. He's nice and young. Jordan Poyer is also just like there. Deshaun Elliott too. I'd have to move Merrick back to free safety, which I don't have an issue with. Definitely don't have an issue moving. I'll think about that one. So I've put offers out on Sean Murphy Bunting and Deion Jones. Definitely impactful players. In terms of quarterbacks, ooh, now that could be quite the backup. I'm gonna offer him in the next week. I'm gonna give him a 1-year deal, like 1 or 2 year deal. Still not. I'm not interested in running back. Fullback, I think I'll sign Ben Mason. This will be an unrealistic contract, but I'm definitely interested in signing a fullback. Especially after how ass Jacob Johnson was. None of these wide receivers are really speaking to me. DJ Chark, though. Alright, maybe some of these wide receivers are speaking to me. I don't want to sign DJ Chark, though. I have DJ Chark in another league. Fuck it. I really hate that you get a limited amount of offers. Where the hell is... No, not John Ross. The only reason why I'm kind of entertaining Chark is I like the height. Like, that's an effective... What's his name replacement? Mac Hollins. Speaking of which, I don't even see him on here. Where the hell is Mac Hollins? Did he really regress like a shit ton? Yeah, there he is. I mean, yeah, I think we're gonna throw an offer at... What's his name? If I can fucking find him. There he is. I feel like this is fine. Just give him exactly what he wants. Not interested in any of these offensive linemen. Orlando Brown's gives me a little bit of interest. Nate Davis does and doesn't. It's just a lack of interest. I don't want to have to overpay for him. Defensive end, Marcus Davenport does interest me. How much does he want? Well, that's not too horrible. How much cap room do I have? Oh, like none. Interesting. I didn't realize how low my cap numbers were. So, actually, this now raises the question, who have I targeted and how much money am I giving them? Murphy Bunting's not really getting that much. I guess I'm paying him for what he is. Deion Jones, how much am I giving you? I only want you for 3 years. That's not terrible. I think I can sign Ben Mason in the next round of free agency. I think Shark, you're going to have to take a lower deal if you're going to come here. I think, alright. So let's look at the safeties, because safety is definitely something I need to address. Mr. Adderley's 26, so he'll probably top out at a mid-80 overall. And Jordan Poyer would be good for like a 1-year deal. Deshaun Elliott would maybe top out at a high 80s, depending on if I was able to develop him. I'm not interested in Davenport, I think. I think I'm gonna potentially draft a defensive lineman. If Poyer wants a 2-year deal. How many teams are interested in Jordan Poyer? 8. He's highly interested in our team. I'll give him a 2-year deal, and I don't love that. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking I'm gonna do in terms of signing new players. Looking at the draft class, I'm interested in seeing what like Rattler's stuff was. So he's slow as shit. He's kind of average. The only other one I'd be interested in taking is Anthony Richardson, which he still isn't even that quick, but he's got a better arm than Rattler. I don't think I'll be in the position to take any of these top 3 quarterbacks, nor do I really want to. I don't think I have the luxury of taking Quentin Johnston if he falls to me. I think we have too many glaring holes, specifically offensive line. And after a relatively weak free agency class, I'm thinking we're going to take offensive line. I'm interested in Paris Johnson and Skoronski. Primarily Johnson. I think Johnson just looks significantly better. But Skoronski would profile better as a guard, which is something that would be what I would kind of like more. Obviously there's the interior offensive lineman that I'm interested in. Zion Nelson is one that's kind of come onto my radar. He kind of looks like average, but I'm also trying to keep in mind that like somebody made this draft class. So dev traits are not going to make sense. I'm having a feeling that a Zion Nelson type player might end up being a little average, but guaranteed have a dev trait. Brian Brzee, I guess I'd be interested in seeing his strength. Only 19th. And I'd have him play defensive tackle. 30 reps, that's... I don't know. It's kind of disappointing. I want to look at Jordan Battle. This is probably my favorite player in this class. This is probably who I think... This is who I think I want to take in the draft. And I obviously have some safeties that just kind of are intriguing. Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and try and... Fuck. I'm going to go ahead and evaluate offers and... Actually... Do I put an offer on Davenport just to say fuck it? No, because we don't have the cap room. Alright, we're going to evaluate offers. Jordan Poyer does not sign with us. Fuck you. How about that one? And he was... Oh, they just... Oh my god. Wait, did they give him like exactly what they wanted? I don't even care. We do get everybody else though. I was about to say, when I went to target it, I was like, there's no way we didn't get anybody that we wanted. So Sean Murphy-Bunting, Deion Jones, and DJ Chark are going to be Raiders. That's kind of nice. Who's left in this class now? I think Jordan Love is a QB that I'd be interested in having as a 2-year backup. Fullback. This is where I'll sign Ben Mason. Wait, that went through, right? Alright, yes it did. That confused me a lot right there. Wide receivers, I already signed one. Don't really need. Juwan Johnson does interest me a little bit. We don't have a franchise QB tag. Well, fuck Derek Carr, I guess. Offensive line. Even just to have somebody as a backup for a few years might not be a terrible idea. Maybe we do sign Will Hernandez. Give him less money, of course. Trey Pipkins could be interesting, but no. Bring back Cleveland Farrell, the Beast. In real life, he has the same amount of sacks as Chandler Jones. And one of those, Chandler Jones is an X factor. So, take that as you will. You can either look at that as Cleveland Farrell is an X factor, or Chandler Jones is heavily fucking overrated. I'll probably side with you. Yeah, outside of this class, just kind of sucking. You got a corner. Jason Verrett still intrigues me. Free safety. I was gonna potentially throw an offer at Adderley, and he is gone. Sean Elliott. Maybe I'll bring him into the mix. So what are these contracts looking like? Yeah, I think I'm kind of okay with these. I'll go ahead and evaluate these offers. Sean Elliott is keeping his offers on the table, but we get all three of them. So we're getting better. We're definitely getting better. I'm not going to go ahead and evaluate offers yet. I am going to go ahead and advance to week 2. Because I don't know if this causes offers to go through as well. Or are there more retirements? I don't even know who those two are. Mock Draft 4 goes out. Brian Brezee's pick 2. Jesus. Paris Johnson still projected to go 7. Zion Nelson pick 10. This is certainly interesting how this board is falling. Because I'm might need a minute to think on how I'm gonna go about this. When we get to Pro Day results, I want to see if I get 10 active negotiations now. You know what? I'm gonna withdraw my offer on Deshaun Elliott. Because I think I might have figured out who I'm taking in the first round. I need a minute to think. Because I guess I can look at the Pro Day results to get an idea on Ronnie Bell. But I wasn't expecting the player that I'm interested in taking to be there. He just looks like a developable wide receiver. Like that's my only real basis for liking Ronnie Bell. Just looking through everybody, like, I don't know, I just have that feeling. Paris Johnson Jr. This is like the most attractive pick to me. Like, that's who I want to take, but I don't want to trade up to 7. Zion Nelson does look pretty solid. I didn't look at Battle. I'm gonna look at Battle. Battle's definitely really intrigued me. He's not the fastest thing in the world, but he's a safety, so he doesn't have to be super quick. Got a great vertical. Fairly shifty. Not the shiftiest, but fairly shifty. Decent explosion shown out of the broad jump and the vertical jump. Jordan Battle's definitely an intriguing player to me. I think I'm going to look into trading up. There's nobody else really in free agency that I'm intrigued with. I think looking at who we have now, or looking at our roster right now, we have a backup quarterback. Our running back room, I guess we could bring in another one, but I'd rather just sign one in free agency. Yeah, looking at this room, I think I'm definitely going to trade up. Ian Jones is a lower overall than Denzel Perryman. That's interesting. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and look into trading up. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna wait a little bit to make my trade up. Because I want to do it, but I want to see mock draft 5 first. Surprised we never got a private workout thing. Not interested in signing any more free agents. And this should be where we get... Alright, private workouts and mock draft 5. So this is like the most quote-unquote accurate draft order. They have us taking Anthony Richardson? I mean, I'm not terribly opposed. That's definitely not who I'm going to take. I'm going to go ahead and trade up. We'll set up our private workouts. I think I'm going to trade up before we head into the draft. I definitely want to know more about Ronnie Bell. I guess this doesn't really matter. I've kind of made up my mind a little bit. Guess I want to know more about Battle. And I want to know more about Ojulari. Those are my 3 guys. Okay, now I'm gonna trade up for realsies. Fuck it, we're not gonna. I'm gonna hold off on trading up for a minute. We're gonna see how this draft starts out. I'm intrigued to see how this goes. With the first pick of the 2023 NFL Draft, the New York Giants select CJ Stroud. And Texans take Jalen Carter. Lions are going to take Bryce Young. I thought for sure that would have been a Will Anderson Jr. Interesting. Oh, I guess they are in a 3-4. Wait, no, but that was okay. You know what? Interesting move for the Lions. I wonder if will the Seahawks take Will Levis then? The Seahawks take Kayshon Boutte. I don't even know who their quarterback is now. Is their quarterback? Well, Geno Smith was in free agency, so I'm assuming they have Drew Lock again. Well, Philadelphia Eagles will take Keely Ringo. I think that pick makes sense for them. Carolina Panthers. They take Will Anderson Jr. falls to 6th. Pick 7, the Pittsburgh Steelers select Paris Johnson Jr. That kind of throws a little bit of a wrench in my plan. Cardinals at pick 9 take Brian Brzee. And the Vikings at pick 9 are going to take Jackson Smith and Jigba out of Ohio State at Abilene Christian. Now this is where I want to trade up. But at the same time, I don't want to potentially have to give up what I need to give up to get here. Oh, man. The Bills need outside linebacker. There is a top outside linebacker on the board. I'm really going to hope that the mock draft was clickbaiting me. And they take the player I wanted. Fuck! I really wanted Zion Nelson. Zion Nelson kind of looked like kind of the best offensive lineman outside of Paris Johnson. Well, I think I'm gonna trade up because I think I'm gonna need to trade up anyway. That completely threw a wrench in my plan. But I don't know if I would have been able to even trade up to pick 10. The Bears at pick 11. This is where I kind of wish I remembered what the mock draft said. Is this just a situation where I just kind of sit? It's definitely becoming a situation where I sit. Because 2 of the top 4 players I had in this class are gone. Fuck it, we're gonna kind of see how the board moves. Nolan Smith goes to the Bears at pick 11. Another Georgia linebacker. Miami at pick 12 is going to take Andrew Voorhees out of USC. Oh no, the Seahawks don't want anything. What about the Bengals? I'm gonna sit and think about who I'm gonna trade to because it's either the Seahawks or the Bengals, and I'm thinking it might be easier to trade to the Bengals than to trade to the other team. You know what? Fuck it. We're not going to overpay for Peter Skoronski. Trenton Simpson is going to go to the Seahawks at pick 13. Going to go ahead and start the clock again. The Bengals are going to select Miles Murphy out of Clemson. The Colts at pick 15 are going to take Peter Skoronski. At pick 16, the Titans are going to take Jacqueline Roy out of LSU, supposedly. I don't know if these colleges are right for everything. Falcons take Will Levis. All right. I just want to talk about that fucking for a minute here. They take fucking Will Levis. They just drafted Desmond Ridder. What? Who's on the board? I mean, hell, okay. Patriots at pick 18. Take Zach Strong out of West Virginia, defensive end. The Lions are going to take Eli Ricks at pick 19. And at pick 20, Washington Commanders are going to take Michael Mayer, tight end out of Notre Dame. This brings us to our pick. And I kind of hinted at this when I dropped the contract of Deshaun Elliott. Jordan Battle is now a Raider. Definitely not wearing number fucking 35. But looks fairly athletic. Change of direction isn't amazing. But I think he could be a really impactful player. Definitely going to be better than Duron Harmon. And that now raises the question, do I want to trade back into the first for anybody? If Anthony Richardson falls to like pick 32, we could. Never mind. Anthony Richardson goes pick at 22 to the Green Bay Packers. And then what pick did they take Jordan Love in? Jordan Love with in 2018? Pick fucking 24. Los Angeles Chargers are going to select Noah Sewell. That is a player I was thinking about trading back up into the first four. Jets are going to take DeJuan Jones, left tackle out of Ohio State. Jags with pick 25 are going to take Robert Scott. Pick 26, the Buccaneers are going to take Tanner McKee. Interesting. Pick 27 for the Ravens. They are going to draft Bijan Robinson out of Texas. This is a player that if I did not have Josh Jacobs, I would definitely be drafting. Pick 28 for the Eagles. They're going to take Quentin Johnston. I didn't even realize he had fallen this far. Interesting. Makes that wide receiver core better, I think. Dolphins at pick 29 take Antonio Johnson out of whatever fucking college. I wish this draft class was a little bit more up to date, because I think, like, what about players like Jalen Hyatt, who are definite, like, now first round picks? Broderick Jones goes pick 30 to the Chiefs. I'm kind of just looking over my draft board here. We might make some moves around the second round, as there aren't supposed to be 32 picks in the first round this year, but Dallas will select Cam Smith out of South Carolina with pick 32. Well, viewing the draft board now, I got some crossing off to do. My top player that I wanted to take was Zion Nelson. He's gone. The other two I was interested in, but not more than Jordan Battle. Who am I interested in this round? Rattler's obviously there, but I'd rather wait until later in the first. I think this is the round I take an offensive lineman. But I think I want to trade for another pick. So it's looking like I need to trade up for a second that's right around my range. Fuck, I keep going to this instead of where I'm interested. I want to go to the trade center. We're going to trade up in higher in the second round. This is where I think we'd actually be able to deal Kuntz, Simpson. Are there any other players that I don't want on this team? This is like my last chance to kind of shed the I know I re-signed Anthony Averett, but we have a clear upgrade for him. I'd be willing to send Simpson in. Would they be willing to just take Averett for a second-round pick? I have an extra pick next year with your name on it. All right, we send Anthony Averett and our second-round pick next year to the Steelers for their second-round pick. I'm still interested in getting rid of Malcolm Kuntz and John Simpson. So I can package these two together and get multiple picks. That'd be kind of nice. All right, we send away Malcolm Kuntz and John Simpson for a third-round pick this year. Not gonna highlight. Actually, I'll highlight like the first few picks. Ricky Stromberg, first pick of the second round goes to the Giants. I actually think they do need center in real life, so that would make sense. The Texans take Isaiah Folksy out of Notre Dame. I'm just gonna name notable players. Jalen Catalan out of Arkansas. I don't know who that is. I know like the top. No, Alabama in real life has like 3 free safeties going in this draft. And Henry To'oTo'o goes pick 6 to the Panthers. Luckily, that's not who I'm going to take. I'm going to reach a little bit, but when kind of looking through everything I looked through, Ojulari looked like a player I wanted. He's a defensive end, and I'm totally fine with getting rid of what's his name to get him. Getting rid of Kuntz. And I got rid of everybody I didn't want. So we take Ojulari with our first second round pick as Spencer Rattler goes to the Cardinals. What the fuck? What about Kyler Murray? I was actually going to take him with that extra third round pick I was going to get. He's really a second round pick? Interesting. Players, Eric Gilbert. That's not even the name of that Georgia tight end. What is the name of that Georgia tight end? It's like Darnell Washington or something. Yeah, this is why I absolutely hate some of these Oh, Jordan Addison went to the Bears. Interesting. That was a player I had written down on my big board. Devin Ekney, whatever we want to call that, goes to the Dolphins. Cooper Beebe goes pick 13. Are we about to go on a stretch of offensive linemen? Jahmyr Gibbs out of Alabama goes to the Bengals. Emmanuel Forbes, don't know who that is. Osiris Torrance, fuck. Some of these players that I'm interested in are getting drafted. The Falcons go Brandon Joseph, that's fine. Derek Hall, that's fine. Marvin Mims, that's fine. Okay. I'm going to go and pause the draft. And with the 21st pick of the second round, the Las Vegas Raiders select. This might be another reach. This is one of my guys that I have written down. We're going to select Clark Barrington, right guard out of BYU. Doesn't really look like a right guard, but kind of what we wanted. Are there any other notable players on this draft board that are worth mentioning? Saika Aika could be considered that. I think we're just gonna kind of let this board move as we please. We'll go and skip to our next pick. All the big players on the board are gone. I'm trying to think of what else we need. A defensive tackle probably is what we should look at. So who's the top defensive tackle on the board? It's Chris Smith. He's a player that I was interested in taking, but we don't have a safety issue anymore. Go ahead and take Nick Rose. Damn, that's our first player that doesn't have hidden dev. Hopefully this guy's in the mid to high 60s. I have two. Oh yeah, I totally forgot I did that. Well, I don't know what else I really should take. I could take TJ Uiagalelei. None of these quarterbacks really looked like stellar to me. There was a fullback I was interested in, but I decided to sign Ben Mason. Ronnie Bell, probably taking the 4th. Jaleel Billingsley. I only know of him because there was a thing with Nick Saban where Nick Saban just kind of dunked on him. He was like, well, if you're gonna be a fucking idiot, then you're not gonna play. Cooper Boston could be in. No, I have him in. That just wouldn't be fair. Looking at the linebackers, kind of have. This is where, like, I don't like the player-made classes because once you get down the board, they're kind of wonky. I think I'm gonna trade back. I think that's kind of my best option. Ideally, I'd want picks for next year. Alright, Vikings give us 2 picks for next year. Even though we kind of lose value on them. But we are also drafting at the end of the fucking 3rd. And with the 21st pick in the 4th round, we are going to select Ronnie Bell, wide receiver, Michigan. The speed-height combo that I kind of saw coming out of this player seemed pretty alright. The A to C catching makes me believe he's going to be at least in the 70s. So I think it's somebody that we can slowly incorporate into the offense and just kind of see how he plays out. I think our 5th round pick is our last one, maybe. No, we have one in the 6th. Are any of these... Okay, well, I was going to say, if Uiagalelei fell, I'd probably take Uiagalelei, but... If that's center that I wanted there, nope. You say if Avila's there, I'll happily take Avila. I'm just looking at these players and I'm kind of like... I don't know what I'm supposed to really think about these. This guy is good catching, good catching, bad press, bad cover. I think I'm gonna take Antoine Pitts. Mainly just because he's a fucking hidden dev. Okay. He's not even on my draft board. I was gonna take a fullback named Sutherland, but I drafted the one guy. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and go to this pick. And I will go ahead and trade away this pick. I can get a 5th for next year. That'd be sick. Go and trade with the Packers. That is going to be the end of our draft. I'm not too happy with how this draft went, but I'm happy that we got better at the very least. Also, I don't like how much this draft is lagging. Looking at the draft recap. Oh my god, we missed on Nick Rose. Ronnie Bell's a 69 overall. It's not too bad. Not really going to look at dev traits. At least I don't plan to. We are going to go ahead and move Ojulari over to left end. You know what? He can keep number 99 for us. Jordan Battle, on the other hand, is... Oh, he's running number 8? I can get down with that. I'll let you wear number 8. Yeah, I don't really think we did too terrible in this class. Jordan Battle is right about what I thought he would be. What are the overalls of everybody else? CJ Stroud. What's the highest? Will Anderson at 80? Jesus. 5-way tie for 78. Ringo's a 94 speed. Jesus. I mean, I'm not too upset about this. I mean, I guess the biggest things I want to see are the people in my division. Drafted a right tackle with hidden dev. Byron Young does not. That's ideal. They drafted DJ Uyunglele. They had a fuck ton of draft picks. They actually have some potential to have some hidden devs in here. What's Uyunglele's throw power and like 73 speed and statue in the pocket? There's this throw power. It's 92 throw power. That's insane. Does he have hidden dev? That really... Okay, good. What about Rattler? I guess I'll look at Rattler. Rattler's a 67 overall? That's a yikes. They drafted a right tackle in the 3rd with hidden dev, though. They drafted Brian Brzee, another player I was thinking about drafting. 79 speed. I know Rattler isn't the fastest. How's the arm look? 89 throw power. That's not too attractive. But looking at the Chargers... There's also drafted a quarterback. What the fuck? Okay, no hidden dev. Doesn't look horrible. They've really bolstered up their defense. Okay, no hidden dev there. Having a feeling Noah Sewell will. Noah Sewell doesn't? TJ Hunter does. So another defensive end to go ahead and fuck up Derek Carr with Joey Bosa and Khalil Mack. Really looking forward to that. Then Broncos, I mean Raider Nation, let's oh yeah. They don't have a fucking first round pick. Joey Porter's not even a hidden dev. That's criminal. And they drafted Hendon Hooker. What's up with all of our AFC West rivals drafting quarterbacks? Joey Porter was a 4th round pick. This guy's draft class sucks. I don't know whose it is, but I'm not saying I could do any better. But it definitely isn't good. Holy shit. So what is our roster gonna look like now? Unfortunately, our offense doesn't really look like it got incredibly better. What is Barrington profile better as? A guard. Kind of a tackle because of the height. I mean, our defense, though. Our defense definitely got better. Bringing in Sean Murphy-Bunting and then getting this guy. And we also still have Amik Robertson. I think our defense definitely did get better. Especially with the addition of Deion Jones. Yeah, we definitely got better on defense at the very least. But our offense... Really disappointed we couldn't get Zion Nelson. I'm going to be really upset if Zion Nelson's like a superstar dev. But I think that's all from me. Actually, give me a sec. I think in the next video, when we do the preseason, we'll go ahead and advance from there. Because I'm also kind of nervous about the draft glitch. You know what? Fuck it. We'll advance to the preseason. We'll play it safe, but next time we'll have another preseason video. So we're gonna have a shit ton to cover. We'll go through the whole preseason. We'll also go through our schedule, set up our roster, sign free agents, all that. But that, I think, is going to be the end of the stream. Alright, for those of you who did and go and watch the stream, I hope you enjoyed it. It's kind of disappointed with our, with everything that happened with free agency and everything, but oh well. I mean, I thought it would be a little bit more extravagant, but we still definitely got better. Actually, now that I think about it, I don't know if we definitely solidified our team. I think, at the very least. So that is going to be all for me today. This has been Thomas from Unlucky Gaming, bringing you more Raiders franchise. We went through the offseason in the draft. We kind of... I guess this offseason was more of a rebranding of the team, more than ultimately getting better, but I think Jordan Battle and Ojulari will become good picks for us. And I get a little bit of time to think about what I want to focus on for our next draft. So, yeah, thank you all for watching. If you enjoy my content, check me out on Twitch. I also have my investing channel. You can check me out there as well. And yeah, if you liked the video, go ahead and like and subscribe. Really appreciate the support. And that's all I have for you today. So, have a good rest of your day. Peace.